when he saw that the other guy didn't have any gun, he just put the gun on put it on the ground, okay? And he just have to bob it out one-on-one. And the guy with the gun got punched and he just fell flat. And he rose up, he just stood up, went to the guy, shook him and said, well, you won. Grab his gun on the ground and walked straight to his car and started. People were like, that's better than gun blazing the way they do in America. So you would rather use your
feet. You see this thing where you talk. Somebody don't do me this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where we say, I ain't drive crazy. So I'm okay with the long. This guy come still follow me. Fuck you, money. Fuck me. I can't follow him.
Right.
As I follow him, we reach where he wants. He can't stop. As he stop, money. What's up? Why are you cussing at me, bro? Why you tell me like what the fuck is wrong with you? Me and him can't talk. And yeah, what the fuck you gonna do? Can you come? Over our parents, since money. Wow. Me I know well. Me Next thing I see, say this guy open door. Mo rò bóyá ó fẹ́ lọ fàbọn yọ ni. Èmi ti gbọ́wọ́lé ẹ̀gbẹ́ torí ìbọn èmi máa gbébọn rìn ni kò sí nǹkan tó kàn mí. Wèrè ló pọ̀ nílùú tèmi wà. Wèrè pọ̀ gidi gan. Mo ti fọwọ́ di ẹ̀gbẹ́ mú pé jẹ́ ohun kan tí wèrè yìí fẹ́ ṣe. Next thing I got saying comot bat wey dem dey use baseball stick. Mo ní àwọn eléyìí ò tiẹ̀ le. Mo bá yọwọ́ kalẹ̀. Swing tó máa swing ẹ̀ báyìí mo lọlẹ̀ mo gbé sókè mo là mọ́ mọ́tò ẹ̀. Nǹkan ó wá rọ̀ sí ibẹ̀ bí ẹ̀fọ́. Nǹkan sit down there like vegetable. Mo ní ó yá get up.
Let's do it again. Come here. Come.
Ibi tó jókòó sí àwọn èèyàn tó wà lára ìrẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. What's up, man? Mo ní wèrè ní gbogbo yín. I just enter motor mo ní you drive rough you can't cost me on top again. Ṣàdúrà ń bá mi ṣe ẹni. You and who? You are Danny.
So I saw that earlier and I was like, that's pretty much better than one person getting gun, another person don't get gun. Sure, you get that one.
Baba,
yeah.
Baba, if you don't get gun, more use hand. Me say I carry gun. If you don't get gun, more use hand.
Even if
they will allow you. So, Baba, this is where they talk about. By time will tell. Everybody will all get ourselves. Look, we all want freedom. We all want freedom. We are tired of all this madness going on every single day. I mean, let us come together. Whatever we are fighting for the same thing. Probably everybody is just from different angles.
Different ways.
Together, let's do the needful. But the oppressors, they know what they are doing. Like if we tearing ourselves apart, we are fighting. They know they are enjoying it. So I beg, let's get it right. I go top on here.
It's good to have you on again, okay? Sending one to the missus, all right? A good one, Baba. Nice one. So I have another caller, but is it all right if I ask every one of us because we are going to be rounding up soon, okay? We only have just about 15 minutes to go. Now, if you haven't really liked this broadcast, this would be the right time for you to do that, okay? I just thought I should remind you. Come on. Hello there.
Hello, Marego.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How are you doing? I'm good. How's your family doing?
I am very well, and thanks for asking. They are all fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is Chris from Michigan, United States.
And that is Chris from Michigan. Sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. So please.
All right, yeah. I just this notion I want to correct our people. Some people have had this question a lot of places. People asking if P2B had won the election, what do you think he would have done?
Okay.
Differently, So that's like, how do you judge a book by its cover? If Nigerians voted for P2B and his mandate was stolen, don't they think if we vote for a candidate and that candidate emerges as the winner, half of our problem will be solved? Because if we have the power to hire the politicians, if we vote for you 4 years, you mess us up, 4 years, we drop you. We fire you, we hire again. That's the beauty of democracy.
It should be.
It looks like now Nigerians are, it's now like everybody hands up. There's nothing we can do. The whole situation is, all hope is lost.
It's been hijacked, okay? It's called the state capture. People know there is an election, but they know they don't have control over the election. Other people control it.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So that is no longer democracy, Chris.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I say, yeah, it's unfortunate. But what I'm trying to say is people should think about that. Yes. Why can't our vote count? Why should they steal our mandates? If they voted for the man, let them suffer for 4 years. Of course, they didn't vote for him. If they have the power to fire him after 4 years, that's the beauty of democracy. That's the beauty of the system. Exactly. But we shouldn't be asking that question like, if Widobe had won, what would he have done different? That means we are just like taking it like that's all what our faith is. No, that shouldn't be our faith.
See, Chris, right? When people use that line, okay, it is to ask you to accept the incompetent criminals in charge, okay? They will tell you and say, oh, look at all these failures. Look at all these people are not even listening to us. Then they are like, yeah, that's okay now. Why are you angry? Because even if it's Peter Obi, what's he going to do differently? He also is going to do the same thing. So just get used to this one and just take it like it's Peter Obi as well, because he can't do anything different.
Exactly. Okay. Now, yeah, I was in Nigeria in December through January. I was in Abia State.
Right.
I'm from Imo State. Exactly. This tower place where you come once you get to Abia, that's the entrance to the government house. Yeah. If you see the massive road construction that man is doing there, I was marveled.
See?
I was marveled.
People I was asking too much, Chris. You know something?
Exactly.
People are not asking for too much. But,
exactly.
If you look at the way Alex Otti has been going about his stuff, Alex Otti is taking loan. The Abians are trusting him because they can see what he's doing. And to some, they are seeing the fact that it's actually an investment that they're actually going to reap from very soon. So when you see what Alex is doing, and you see how ordinary you'll be like, how come people have not been doing this for these people?
That's the truth.
Like, why did it take so long for Alex that until Alex came, that people are now beginning to see 10-kilometer road, 5-kilometer road, 30-kilometer road, all under construction at the same time, simultaneously. Like, why did it take 24 years? Why have they not done it till now? Man, it's so sad.
Yeah.
Honestly, man.
Yeah, but there are so many Alex Otti in Abia State. But the system will not let such people get in. That's the same thing in the whole of Nigeria. There are so many Alex Otti in Nigeria.
I know.
But they won't let them in. Because they know once such people are in there, their source of livelihood is gone. Because these guys don't have any work. They got no job. They're feeding on public fund. Yeah, they don't retire. They don't go nowhere. They recycle and come back. Yeah, they have no job.
No job.
They have no job.
Sadly, too, Chris, right? These guys have no clue on how to create wealth.
No.
And that is why they believe that sharing rice or giving people money, it will lift them out of poverty. Everywhere you go right now, bag of rice everywhere, bag of food everywhere, sharing food. And they are so happy that they are lifting their people out of poverty.
Yeah. Poverty is in the short people they are giving rice, they will eat rice with their children today and their children will be poor tomorrow.
Yes.
They're not creating no wealth for them. Their government is not doing anything to uplift them from that poverty.
No, nothing.
And
they believe that next year they can order for some truck of beans or rice again. and share to those who are also poor.
Exactly. Use poverty, use hunger to capture everybody. So that all you'll be asking for is a cup of rice, a cup of corn, tuber of yam
food,
every year.
Your problem is solved. Every other thing, wait for God. God will do it. At least you don't chop. You don't chop. You say, yes, I've eaten. Okay, wait till you chop. I chopped the rice where you gave us yesterday. At least chop. Okay, God will deal with the rest. You see, you want.
Yeah.
Man, they have messed with us, man. They've really messed with us.
Yeah, they've messed with us. Look at the election in Senegal. Just yesterday was the election, and today the winner has emerged.
And do you know that the people would have been robbed too if the Supreme Court of Senegal decided to side with the president?
Exactly.
Imagine the Supreme Court comes out and say, yeah, for the sake of national security, we agree with the president. The election should be postponed sine qua non, which is indefinitely. So sine qua non means indefinitely. So if the Supreme Court, who knows that is illegitimate, all right? It is illegal, right? Let's assume that the Senegal Supreme Court now comes out and say the president was right. Would the people be able to exercise their right the way they just did? They won't.
No.
Nigeria has a lot to learn if they are indeed willing.
They are not going to learn. The people are part of the problem. They're not going to learn. They will tell you Senegal is a small country. How dare you compare that with Nigeria?
I know.
And we're just deceiving ourselves when we say that.
Yeah, the giants of Africa. We are so loud in our ignorance and our shamelessness too. You know.
Yes.
Don't joke with Nigerians. So don't try Nigeria. Say, come on. I'd like to
Nigerians, citizens of Nigeria, we do a lot of big stuff outside Nigeria.
No, Nigerians are good, okay.
Individually, yes.
Like, when you see one of us, but when it comes to a bunch of people from a place, Nigeria is
exactly
that breaks our hearts. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. We have a lot of big good people that can turn Nigeria around, but the baboons will not allow such people.
Because the destruction of Nigeria is intentional. So don't let anybody tell you that there are no real people who could actually try and make things work too.
It's intentional, and that's why that's why they won't let good people get in there. If the problem of Nigeria is not by choice, they would have said, "Oh, we don't know what to do. You guys can come in."
It's all by
it's all by design. Just by design.
I know. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
You have a good one there. All right. It's really good to hear from you again, Chris. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll take my last call. And at the same time, I'll give my last. This is my last caller. They've been there for a while, and I want them to, hang in there. I'm going to take your call. I just want to remind my viewers that immediately after this call, that will be us for the evening and for the night. So I am reminding you once again, okay, it is the time you can actually not only subscribe onto my channel, set your notification on, like this video. All right. Hello there.
Good evening, my General. MOG. This is O Squared.
How are you, sir?
O Squared from Abuja. How are you, sir?
O Squared. Now, O Squared.
Yes.
It's really good to hear from you,
yes,
but I mean, it's like almost the dead of the hour, okay? But I am going to give you about a few more time then. Hit it.
Is she gone? Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
I've always said Nigeria is an enterprise, right? And in an enterprise, it's like going to a supermarket. You just pick what you want to pick, and you buy, you go. So there's no emotion, there's no sentiment. It's not a nation. However, I think that when it comes to the majority and minority ethnic groups in Nigeria, we have to be cautious. I'll say this because you find out that sometimes the minority tribes feel intimidated by the majority tribes. That's another issue. For example, Senegal state, which I'm very familiar with. Only area, the Midwest, they did a referendum.
Yes.
And the reason why most of those ethnicities decided, okay, let's go together is because most of them, 90% origin. So the fact that those people may speak a language of proximity to another ethnic group, it doesn't. So just to come back to the point.
Yeah, you just made some very, very valid points here.
Yeah.
That we
Points.
Go on anyway. Yeah, but your line is the line seems to be going back and forth. I wouldn't know why, but that must be network.
So I'm sorry, it's Nigerian network, sir.
I just want to be sure that you are observing that. I'll give you the time, Papa.
Yes.
Yes. A lot of people are interested in what you are saying, okay? And somehow
exactly,
it's jumpy that they are not. They are, you know what I mean? Like they're not picking some of them up. So, but go on, Papa. Let's hope it works.
Okay. Yes. So, like, you know, for Delta State, right, you have a lot. It's like going to the shopping mall and you just see different. You just come here, this selling shoe. Just now, the next boundary, this one is selling shirt, like that. That's how. And you see, most of those groups, you know, there's the River Niger and it's close to the east. So those days, was very important for you. Most of the people that dominated the business on the waters were the Igbo. So for you to transact successfully with business, you had to learn the language. So the fact that those people over time speak the language and even answer the names now because of intermarriage, and it doesn't mean that they are ancestrally from the East.
No.
So yeah, so that's why there's confusion. So like some people from Ikwere now, some of them came from Benin. There are some that also came from the East. So that is what has happened. So the politicians have looked at it and have taken advantage of the cracks. But you see, the best way to go about this thing, you see, is communally. Africans have always thrived communally. This command and control, bring everything to the center, it doesn't work. It's not African.
No.
That type of democratic structure is not African. Now, what works for us is when we rule according to our communities and clans.
That's right.
That is where Africa works. Those days we do trade by barter. You know, this community doesn't have this. We look to that community. You know, there's a lot of relationship with communities. The Asaba you see today, you know, those that know. The founder of Asaba, his father is Igala, the mother is Igbo. You see? So how do you, Igala is in Kogyo. So so it's a very complex situation.
Complex and tricky one.
So I like what
the referendum part comes in, you know, like
exactly.
In the history, right? The only time Nigeria actually conducted the referendum was when the Midwest was to be carved out of the Western region, as well as partly the Eastern region. Sure, you get. It was the combination of some of these smaller, they call them the smaller groups they call them minorities too, but they shouldn't be. Anyway, there were those who felt like they were minority in these regions. And they would not. So they don't want to go to independence like with them. They would love to have their own, and they got it.
Yes, they got it. That was the only time there was a referendum.
That was the only time.
Because you see, the
only time in Nigeria history.
Yes. So when we are agitating for decentralization, we need to be cautious of the customs of the minorities. Some of those customs and ethnicities are different from the majority groups. They may be similar, but they are different and they are unique. So it's like somebody saying the Ijos and the Lajes. You understand? The Lajes. So whatever will tell you, I'm Ijo. He will tell you sometimes when he's campaigning, you say, Laje now. So, but you see that Laje, there's some. Yes, Odo. So even in Delta, it will surprise you, my good, that there's an ethnic group. People should go and do research called Olukumi. Olukumi is in Delta. They answer Igbo names and Yoruba names. They're actually from Owo. They migrated from the passed through Benin and had there. So it's not that they took land from people. They are aborigine to Delta, but they are Yorubas. So there are a small group there. People don't know. Google it, Wikipedia it, Olukumi. It's a group of people. So we also need to educate our people to research this history that they wanted to remove from schools. That is the finish. You know, the Fulanis are not Fulanis are not aborigine to Nigeria
at all.
That's the problem. They are not aborigine. Hausa is aborigine.
I have this. I have this old map, not too old, but kind of.
Yes.
You know, I'll put it on the screen, even though the picture is becoming blurrier now. It was kind of a map that did near justice to identifying with all this cluster of.
That's fantastic.
So it's the one that is so close. I'm not going to say it's 100% like, represent everything.
Yes, it's close.
This one is a bit closer to what you are just saying now. Okay.
Correct.
We have correct. You know, people who migrated from here to there, and their ancestors became aborigines to those places too.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with you, Baba.
Yes.
Go on anyway.
So we should, yes, sir. So we should educate our people, because a lot of people, you know, like you talked about, there's some similarity also between the Bini and the Yoruba, Oromiyan and all that. But you see, when we focus on the things that divide us, we cannot progress. The Jamaicans have a proverb. They say, hear the man who hear you. So I like what you said. Respect for each other.
Yes.
Hear the man who hear you. Reason with the man who is ready to reason with you. You may not have the same point, but you can express your point without insulting and which you are promoting.
Yes.
Let me tell you, there are a lot of followers of Temple of Truth on all these platforms. So you know how I know them? They use your slangs. You see them on the right, they'll just say, hey, the Buhari Deans. I said, this is a Temple of Truth man. I said, this is the Jaga Bandit. I said, this is a Temple of Truth man.
Right.
Yeah, he's a disciple. You have a lot of disciples now. Some are silent, some are powerful, some are even in government. Let me tell you now, my ego, you'll be surprised. So you have supporters everywhere. And what you have done, and I think I like what you did. I was happy that you're angry yesterday and today. Yes, I like it, because we have to hear the one who hears you.
Yes.
That's what you're promoting. Hear the one who hear you. Respect each other. That's the way, because you see, if you identify a common enemy, you forget your little quarrels in the house.
For the time being.
Focus on that enemy. Focus on that enemy. Then when you get rid of that enemy, you address yourself.
Then you can come and address your differences as well.
If you are fighting yourselves inside, maybe a Bonyema is fighting an Anambra man. How can you
what does how could that even make any sense to anyone?
Yes,
I will teach you a lesson. I will destroy you. So, to whose advantage?
Yeah, exactly.
To whose advantage?
Exactly. Meanwhile, the problem is in Abuja, or it's not. You know what I'm saying? So, Michael, well done.
No, you did well.
God bless you.
Thank you so much for helping me put it better.
Yes.
You know what you did, right?
Yes, please.
You just came to help me put it much better for everybody to understand why it actually makes sense for us to respect ourselves. We don't have to agree, but respect.
Yes.
Because
because exactly.
Thank you so much. Right there, okay. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Emoji. All right.
Take it easy, Baba.
Hey, I hear you, Baba. All right.
Baba. So you see, I appreciate when people understand me, because sometimes when you want to say something, and you know, it's a mixture of different feelings, and they may not really come out so right. But I'm so happy that some of you actually understood my position, and you still understand it too. I want us stronger. I do not want to see us weaker. I want us stronger enough that even those that you think are powerful, they will look at you and be afraid. Let your oppressors charge and sue you for bullying. I've seen that happen in Nigeria. That's how scared they are. Imagine those who control all of these levelers of power. And then they want to pick you and say, you are bullying the president. I say, oh, did I bully you? Yes, you are criticizing, you are saying all these things you are saying on social media, you are bullying the senator. I say, oh, okay, arrest me. Nah, arrest me. I'm happy. least I have achieved something in my life. I would love to make my own oppressors uncomfortable. You should too. Don't make your friends or those you disagree with uncomfortable. You will be doing the job of your oppressors. I'll see you some other time. Thank you so much for this evening. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
ha kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì.